Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss different types of continuous probability distribution. There are three types of continuous distribution: uniform distribution, exponential distribution and normal distribution. In this video I am going to discuss only uniform distribution. A random variable capital X is said to be uniformly distributed over the interval AB where A is less than B if the probability function is given by f of x equal to 1 by b minus a where a less than x less than b and 0 otherwise. That is, we have a probability with constant value 1 by b minus a in the interval a less than x less than b, otherwise it is 0. Such a distribution is also called as rectangular distribution. Now let us go through how to find the mean and variance of uniform distribution. We know this is our probability function. Expectation of x is given by integral x into f of x. Put the limits of x as a to b. Substitute f of x as 1 by b minus a. Take 1 by b minus a as constant outside. Integrate x, which is x square by 2. Apply the limits. And then you know b square minus a square is nothing but b minus a into b plus a. Cancel the numerator and denominator of b minus a. So it will be left out with b plus a by 2. That is, the mean of uniform distribution is nothing but the average of the endpoints. Now let us find out the variance. This is the formula. Now we have to find only e of x square. E of x square is integral of x square into f of x. Substitute the limit of x as a to b. Put f of x as 1 by b minus a. Since 1 by b minus a is constant, integrate only x square, which is x cube by 3. Apply the limits. We know b cube minus a cube is nothing but b minus a into b square plus ab plus b square. Substitute that. Cancel the numerator and denominator common factors. So it will be left out with e of x square. Now substitute this in our variance formula. We know e of x is a plus b by 2. After substituting that and simplifying further, we will get b minus a the whole square by 12. Now this is the variance of uniform distribution. Now let us proceed with the second question. If x has a uniform distribution in the interval minus 3 to 3, find probability of mod x minus 2 less than 2. Now let us first find out the probability function of uniform distribution in the interval minus 3, 3. We know this is our function where a is minus 3 and b is 3. After substituting, you will get f of x as 1 by 6 within the interval minus 3 to 3. Now we have to find out the probability. But we know that mod x less than a means x lies within the interval minus a and a. Therefore, mod of x minus 2 less than 2 is probability of minus 2 less than x minus 2 less than 2. Now throughout you have to add 2. So when you add throughout 2, you will get the inequality as 0 less than x less than 4. That is, we have to integrate the function f of x from 0 to 4. But you know that our function exists only up to 3, minus 3 to 3. So here 0 to 4 must be split into 0 to 3 and 3 to 4. Now within 0 to 3 our function is 1 by 6. Within 3 to 4 our function is 0. Now after integrating this we will get 0.5. Problem 3. In certain experiments, the error made in determining the solubility of a substance is a random variable having the uniform density with alpha equal to minus 0.025 and beta equal to 0.025. What are the probabilities that such an error will lie between 0.010 and 0.015? Second question, between minus 0.012 and 0.012. Now let us first find out the probability function of uniform distribution. We know this is our function where a stands for alpha and b stands for beta. After substituting these values, we get our probability function. Now let us evaluate these probabilities. Probability that it lies between 0.010 and 0.015. and you know these two limits lie within this interval minus 0.025 and 0.025. Therefore integrate our function f of x within these two limits by putting f of x as 1 by 0.05. Use calculator, you will get the answer as 0.1. Find the probability that the error will lie between minus 0.012 and 0.012. Also these values lie within the interval alpha and beta. Therefore integrate our function within these two limits by putting f of x as 1 by 0.05. Using calculator, you get 0.48. Problem 4. A random variable capital X is uniformly distributed within the interval minus alpha and alpha, where alpha is greater than 0. Find the value of alpha such that if probability of mod x is less than 1 is equal to probability of mod x is greater than 1. Okay. Now let us first write down the probability function, where in the place of a you have to put minus alpha, in the place of b you have to put alpha. So you will get 1 by 2 alpha within this interval. Once you have obtained the probability function, now we have to find alpha given that these two probabilities are equal. Since these two probabilities are equal, and also we know that probability of a and its complement, if you add these two you should get 1. And since mod x is less than 1 is a complement of mod x greater than 1. Since these two probabilities are equal and upon adding you should get 1, therefore both the probabilities must be 0.5. Now I am taking only one half of the equation, that is probability of mod x less than 1 equal to 0.5. And you know that mod x less than 1 means minus 1 less than x less than 1. That is integrate our function within the interval minus 1 to 1. And within this interval our function f of x is 1 by 2 alpha. And since 1 by 2 alpha is constant, so we have to integrate only 1, which is x. Upon substituting the limits and then solving further, we get alpha as 2. Problem 5. If a random variable capital X is uniformly distributed with mean 1 and variance 3 by 4, find the probability that the random variable assumes only negative values. Again we are going to find out the uniform distribution f of x. For that we have to know what is the interval a and b. And you know that expectation of x is a plus b by 2 for uniform distribution, which is given from the problem. It is 1. Therefore equating these two we get b plus a by 2 equal to 1. So b plus a equal to 2. Also it is given that variance is 3 by 4 and this is our variance, and upon substituting and equating these two, so you will get b minus a whole square equal to 9, that is b minus a equal to plus or minus 3. Now we are using these equations to find out the values of a and b. Since we have plus or minus 3, we consider two different cases. If b plus a equal to 2 and b minus a equal to plus 3, upon solving these two we get the value of a as minus 1 by 2 and the value of b as 5 by 2. If you are considering another set of equations, that is b plus a equal to 2 and b minus a equal to minus 3, upon solving you get a as 5 by 2 and b as minus 1 by 2, but this is not possible because you know that a is less than b. Therefore we have to take only these two values, that is a is minus 1 by 2 and b as 5 by 2. Since we have got a and b, we are substituting in this probability function and we get the required probability function. Now they have asked you to find out probability that x takes negative values, that is probability that x is less than 0. Less than 0 means you have to integrate from minus 1 by 2 to 0, because other than this interval our function is 0. So when you integrate f of x from minus 1 to 0 and f of x is 1 by 3 in this interval, use calculator, you get 0.166. Problem 6. Buses arrive at a specified stop at 15-minute intervals starting at 7 a.m. That is they arrive at 7 7:15, 7:30, 7:45 and so on. If a passenger arrives the stop at time between 7 and 7:30, find the probability that he will wait less than 5 minutes for a bus. Second question, more than 10 minutes for a bus. Now let us take x as a number of minutes past 7 am that the passenger arrives at the stop. Since he arrives between 7 and 7:30, now x will follow a uniform distribution within the interval 0 and 30 minutes. Why I am saying it is a uniform distribution? Because you know that all the buses arrive with constant probability. With a 15 minutes duration, each bus arrive. Therefore, it is a uniform distribution. Now, you know this is our function f of x, where a is 0 minutes and b is 30 minutes. Upon substituting, you get f of x here. Our first question is to find probability that he waits less than 5 minutes. He can wait less than 5 minutes if he arrives in the interval between 7:10 and 7:15, or if he arrives between the interval 7:25 and 7:30. So within this time, if he arrives, he may have to wait only less than 5 minutes for a bus. Therefore, you have to find probability of 10 less than x less than 15 and probability of 25 less than x less than 30 and add these two. And you know probability is nothing but integration, integrating f of x from 10 to 15 and integrating f of x from 25 to 30. And these intervals lie within the duration 0 and 30. And you know between 0 and 30 our f of x is 1 by 30. Okay, upon integrating you get 1 by 3. Second question, to find the probability that he waits more than 10 minutes. The passenger will have to wait more than 10 minutes if he arrives between the time period 7 and 7:05 am, or if he arrives between 7:15 and 7:20, then he may have to wait more than 10 minutes for a bus. Therefore, you have to add these two probabilities, and you know within 0 and 5 our f of x is 1 by 30, and within 15 and 20 our f of x is 1 by 30. Now upon integrating this, you get the answer 1 by 3. I hope you have understood this. Thank you.